Hello ladies, gentlemen, and my army of little pixels out there. I am the Exogenesis, and this is going to be the first Let's Talk gameplay I've done in quite a while. The topic of the show is going to be video fatigue, video gaming fatigue, and have I got it? Well, it's kind of a big, massive subject, so I'm just going to give my opinions first off on what is video game fatigue. In my opinion, video game fatigue is when you enjoy gaming but you find it hard to actually find the motivation to start a game or to play a game, because it's not fatigue if you don't like gaming, it's just called not liking gaming. So fatigue is where you want to play games and you want to enjoy yourself, you're just struggling to do so. And so now we've got that kind of out of the way, what I want to speak about is a few reasons why I believe people can get video game fatigue, and a couple of these at least come from experience. Okay, so first off, probably the biggest reason for video game fatigue is basically overburn, just burning out. It's when you play a game for far too long and you play it for non-stop, and then one day you just wake up and think, meh. So let me explain where I'm coming from. Basically, I started gaming around 2.5 years ago, and it was with the launch of Left 4 Dead. On the PC, the original Left 4 Dead, and I played that game for around 1,500 hours in 12 months. That's a lot. That's like 8 hours a day or something stupid, 7 days a week. I played that game non-stop. I completely hammered it. And I got quite good. I was playing with a decent community. We had a team and we entered cups and tournaments and we did really quite well. I'm possibly one of the better Left 4 Dead players, like, in Europe at least. Like, definitely top 10, I'd say. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. But one day, well, it was... I'm going to skip a bit out there. Basically, I was playing that game non-stop and I enjoyed every single moment of it, and then Left 4 Dead 2 was released. And Left 4 Dead 2 wasn't that great for me. I played for about 3 months. It's still a long time when you think about how long I was playing for. Literally like 500 hours in 3 months. That's a lot of time. And then one morning I woke up and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't enjoy it. I just can't be asked playing it. And literally that second I uninstalled the game. I've installed it since like last year and played for a couple of days, but I just decided I can't do it anymore. I uninstalled the game and I literally stopped playing games for around 2 or 3 months. I just didn't play anything. I just chilled out, watched TV, watched a lot of films, enjoyed myself, and then I came back slowly, started playing the odd bits and bats, because I had quite a lot of people that still gamed on my friends. So yeah, that was one way I burnt myself out. Another way I burnt myself out was competing. I joined a pro gaming team called Team Dignitors, and we played a few games, different types of games. So we played Tribes, I played Crisis, Brink, all at a competitive level, a high competitive level. And what had happened is I was addicted to winning. And the problem with being addicted to winning is the more you win, the less of an effect it has on you, and you end up being... You become bored of winning, effectively. You're just like, oh, won again. And you start getting frustrated with your opponents, like, oh, it's shit, we're pub stomping, it's boring, it's boring, it's boring. And then you lose, and then you're like, oh, fuck this game, it's horrible. And you basically, you end up in this really negative place where it's boring to win, and it's frustrating to lose. So you end up basically resenting the game, and that's one way of getting fatigued. That happened to me a couple of times as well in the past. So yeah, and one of my biggest fatigue reasons is the actual gaming developers and the games that they put out. This might seem a bit odd because it's not like it's changed massively recently, but I'd say ever since 2007, when a big influx of, I'll say casual, but it's not exactly casual, it's just less hardcore gamers arrived on the PC. Basically, skill levels started to drop, and I'm putting that politely. Basically, skill levels fucking plummeted, and all of a sudden, anyone who'd been playing games to a high level or for many years was totally dominating every multiplayer game. It was a complete, like, demolish of whoever hadn't been playing that often, or the casual gamers, should we say. And what happened after that? Well, developers started realizing that people were getting pissed off playing their games because they thought it was imbalanced, or they were just getting stomped too often. And developers started changing the ways they made games. Yes. they started making them more casual friendly, and this is why I think that I am currently getting a bit of gaming fatigue. Yeah, so basically they started casualizing games a little bit, making it easier for people to do well. And when I say easier, it's not like it means it's easier for me, because what they did is they made it easier for the low skill players, and it actually makes it harder for the skill players, where some people say, well, that's a good thing, isn't it? That's what you want. Well, kind of. Yeah, I like the idea, but I don't like the idea of feeling frustrated constantly that I died to what basically sums up to bullshit. Stuff like death streaks, like rewarding somebody for playing bad and giving them an advantage. People are saying, well, you're better than them. What's wrong with them having an advantage? I think if it was done right, I'd say nothing was wrong with them having an advantage. But done wrong, it's kind of like, excuse me, I just died in a completely bullshit manner. And that has frustrated me. Kill streaks on Call of Duty, frustrating manner, pisses me off. Battlefield 3 even, suppression. When your screen goes all blurry and you can't aim for shit. Yeah, bit of a bullshit move, to be honest. A bit of a noob friendly way of actually turning a game. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, with all that out of the way, there are my reasons for feeling fatigued, and I'm sure that some of you or most of you have felt like this at some point in your gaming career. And maybe some of you are feeling like that now, and to be honest, I don't have any magical answers of how to get out of this kind of situation. It's all about a positive mental attitude, I believe. I enjoy making videos, I really do love it. I get frustrated with certain games, such as Tribes Ascend is a big one. Free-to-play games are just really pissing me off at the moment because they start off great. Every single free-to-play game starts off really well for some reason, and then the bullshit starts happening. The developers start releasing 1,000,001 game modes and 1,000,001 different weapons, totally imbalances everything, and yeah, massive frustration. Free-to-play games, ugh. So yeah, I don't know how to get out of gaming fatigue. I really wish I could do, because regardless of videos, there's lots of single-player games out there that I really want to play, like Assassin's Creed, Mass Effect, Deus Ex, StarCraft, Civilization, Witcher. I really want to play these games and complete them, but because I feel fatigued, I always get to the point where I'm like, right, no, I won't. I really cannot be fucked. I really cannot be arsed at all to play this game. And it's a bit of a bummer. Are any of you guys actually feeling fatigued with gaming at the moment? Do you know any special ways of getting out of fatigue? Anything that you've tried in the past and you've actually reinvigorated you? Some people say just like play stupid games for a while. Just go on a game that's from the past and it'll reinvigorate you. But I've tried a few of these things and it just doesn't seem to be working with me. Like I said, I do enjoy making videos. I've started the Let's Play of Battlefield 3 simply because I fancy playing Battlefield 3. That was like the first game in a long time that I've actually just woke up in the morning and thought, I fancy playing that game. This video actually does sound a lot more negative than it needs to sound, because it's not like I don't enjoy gaming, like I mentioned before. I do enjoy gaming. It's just I sometimes find it hard to find the energy to get up and game, which is not good when I'm supposed to be making content, really, is it, guys? So yeah, what would you like to see me try? Do you think a positive mental attitude is good enough to actually overcome gaming fatigue? Do you think if I just go in there and think, right, let's have some fun and piss about, that I will actually have some fun and piss about? Do you think it's about the people that you play with? Do you think if I get some close friends that I start gaming with again, start a little bit of a community, do you think I'll have more fun? It's an odd one, isn't it, guys? I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, so there was my views on video game fatigue and how I'm currently feeling about gaming this moment in time. Bear in mind, this is likely to change at any given moment, like no warning. So yeah, anyway guys, I've been the Exogenesis. This has been a Let's Talk, and the gameplay in the background was Tribes Ascend, where I went pretty damn beast mode. I'll leave it on to the end of the game. There's only a few, well, like a minute left at most. And yeah, rate, comment and subscribe. You guys have been great, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys.